Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. This is so good. Oh my gosh, I am going to just devour it. It's so tasty. I can't wait to share this with you guys. So here's what's going on. Sidney Powell, as I've shared with you, is being sued for $1.3 billion by Dominion Voting Systems. They're suing her for defamation and for causing financial harm to their voting software company. Well, now Powell has had to admit in court that, yeah, I was just kind of making shit up and I don't think anybody actually believed my BS. So what's the big deal? I'm not even joking. I cannot wait to see the QAnon loons try to spin this as some sort of secret code and make up some wild additional conspiracy theory about this. So here's the deal. Powell had a certain amount of time to respond, as in any lawsuit, and she responded this morning to the Dominion lawsuit and basically used their arguments against her to say, see, no one could actually believe what I said, so no harm, no foul. Let's just all go home. Let's call it a day. So she filed, or I should say her attorneys filed, a 54-page motion to dismiss this morning. They're just trying to get the whole lawsuit thrown out. In it, she noted that Dominion's lawsuit against her continually labeled her allegations as, quote, wild accusations, inherently improbable, and outlandish claims. So her dismissal request goes on to say, quote, such characterizations of the allegedly defamatory statements further support defendants' position that reasonable people would not accept such statements as fact, but view them only as claims that await testing by the courts through the adversary process. So she's basically saying, yes, my allegations were wild accusations. They were inherently improbable. No reasonable people would accept them as statements of facts. But they did, Sidney, they did. In fact, they went and stormed the U.S. Capitol. They broke windows. They beat up police officers because of your inherently improbable so-called facts. So understand, she had a chance. With this lawsuit, she had yet another chance to lay out her argument against Dominion. She had a chance to say, here's why I made these statements about Dominion. These are the facts. These are the witnesses I have. This is the evidence I have against them to prove that what I said on Fox News, on Newsmax, on One American News Network, all over the place at rallies across the country, these are facts. This evidence proves that I believed what I was saying, that I had a reason to believe that what I was telling people was true. She did none of that. Not in any way, shape, or form did she argue that her Dominion allegations were true. Instead, she's arguing that because her allegations are so wildly inaccurate and completely batshit crazy, that no one with half a brain would believe it, and that her statements are simply political opinion, and therefore her statements are protected under the First Amendment. She also admitted that her allegations against Dominion were exaggerated. In this motion to dismiss, it literally states, quote, reasonable people understand that the language of the political arena, like the language used in labor disputes, is often vituperative, abusive, and inexact. It is likewise a well-recognized principle that political statements are inherently prone to exaggeration and hyperbole. So Powell has asked the judge to throw this out because, I was just exaggerating. I was just being hyperbolic. Any reasonable person wouldn't have believed what I said. This isn't going to affect Dominion, except the fact that it freaking did. Except the fact that their employees and the owners of the company have been receiving death threats because of her exaggeration, because of her hyperbole. They've had to hire security to protect them because even their spouses have been subject to violent sexual threats. They've lost out on multi-million dollar contracts over the last month, which I've shared with you guys on this show, because of her exaggeration and hyperbole. Hundreds of people broke into the US Capitol and were planning to hang Mike Pence. They were literally trying to find him to hang him. They erected a noose outside. They went in with pipes and tasers and bats and guns to take people out, to literally murder people. They made statements on video saying, if we had found Nancy Pelosi, we would have put a bullet in her brain, because of Sidney Powell's exaggeration and hyperbole, because of her language in the political arena. Are you freaking kidding me? This is her defense. If you still believe that this woman is going to release the Kraken, you need to go get mental help. You're one egg short of a dozen. She's had over and over and over again, just like Giuliani has had, just like Mike Lindell has had, just like Lynn Wood has had, over and over again, a chance to show their evidence in court. Every time they submitted a filing, they had a chance to show hard, cold evidence, proof of what they were saying about Dominion and Smartmatic. Time and time and time again, over 60 cases were laughed out of court because they did not do that. And now she goes before the judge and says, dismiss the case because who in their right mind would believe that bullshit? That's some crazy stuff I said. That was like a total fiction novel. That was some Harry Potter level bullshit. Throw this out. Let's all go home. Let's call it a day. Let's shake. Let's agree to disagree. Oh my God, you just can't make this stuff up. So anyway, if they will not dismiss the lawsuit, they've asked the judge to at least transfer it from Washington to Texas, because obviously she's hoping to get a more sympathetic crowd since she knows she has no reasonable defense and she's probably going to take it in the shorts on this. As she should. As she should. 5 people died on the day of that attack at the Capitol, of that terrorist attack, which she helped to incite with her lies. 2 other people took their lives afterwards, 2 other officers, as a result of what happened that day. So yeah, I don't care. I don't care. If she's left destitute, curled in a ball in the corner of a cell for the rest of her life, she deserves it. All right, guys, I'll keep you posted. This was just too good. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care. I'll talk with you soon. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell so you're notified of any new videos that I post about this.